Welcome back. Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino, thrilled to have you here tonight. What are you tracking right now?
Hey, Evan, you know, it's the weekend, so we've got to talk about the weekend weather. Immediately, what I've been tracking is this little thunderstorm that developed southwest of Mount Adams, south of Mount St. Helens, drifting towards Vancouver, Clark County, and Portland, but it's weakening as it does. We won't see anything from that, but it did produce a lightning strike. We also won't see any of the rain that's been hitting southern Oregon as that all stays on down to the south. Today we topped out at 75. We'll be about 5 degrees cooler tomorrow, but have a great Saturday. Turn sunny, get up to about 70 degrees, and while it'll be cooler on Sunday, still dry. So really nice final weekend of April weather-wise coming up for us, and we may get a little drizzle on Tuesday, but that's about it. And then begin the month of May with another 80-degree day, but that's next week on Thursday. I've also been looking at this new imagery from NASA on the extent of the Arctic sea ice. Now, every year, the ice grows and grows during the dark, cold days of winter, and it usually peaks sometime in our spring, and this year it peaked in late March. And this is an animation from NASA showing the growth of that ice. But this was the lowest or the smallest maximum sea ice we've ever seen in the Arctic. Now, every year you get new sea ice growing, and then a lot of it will, or some of it anyway, will last throughout the course of the Arctic winter or summer, and then continue and build and get thicker and thicker. We're seeing less and less of that thick ice. The new ice is easier to melt away because it's not as thick. So again, this was March 22nd when we saw the Arctic sea ice at its greatest extent, but that extent was the lowest on record. It is the lowest sea ice peak that we've ever had. And this has been studied for decades. This is not like, oh, we got a couple of years of data. There's like 50 years of satellite data on this now. And it was 5.56 million square miles less than the last smallest peak, which back in 2017. So very concerning in terms of climate change on our planet, Evan.
Yeah, what you're talking about the Arctic there. I'm curious if you know, Matt, about the Antarctic as well.
It's the same story down there. Of course, Arctic winter, Antarctic summer. And the minimum, so of course in the summer the ice melts and retracts, and this Antarctic summer, which just concluded, they saw the biggest shrinkage of the ice pack down there, second biggest on record, tying 2024 and 2022. So it's a similar story in both hemispheres where you're seeing much less ice in the summer, but also much less ice in the winter. Now, the good thing is maybe it'll open up shipping lanes. I know that the northern countries are looking at that, but what happens is this is a positive feedback loop because the more open ocean you have in the Arctic, and remember, the Arctic is all ocean up here, the more heat that it traps. And yes, I know you're far north, but we have open ocean in the summer when it's light 24 hours a day. That ocean will absorb a lot of solar heat. So it's a positive feedback loop in that it keeps getting warmer and warmer, and that's a pattern we've been seeing, as I said, for decades. The scientists at NASA have been studying this for a long, long time, and the trend continues. Less Arctic ice both in summer and also now in winter, Evan.
Got it. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate the explanation on that, and certainly interesting to see the images and the visuals from above as well.